This is a Grow Your Own Strawberry kit that James bought that I was going to put together today. The first part of it is to add water to the little disc of compost. And just let it absorb. Right, so I genuinely now have no idea what has or hasn't recorded, but basically I have followed the instructions. I've put the composty stuff up to 1 centimetre in the pot. I've put the seeds on top. The seeds were absolutely tiny, and there did seem to be quite a few seeds for the pot that I had. Covered the rest of the seeds with the composty stuff, and now I'm going to put that in a warm place out of the direct reach of sun. Sorry, I could feel a bit of a burp wanting to present itself there, and I was desperately trying not to burp whilst talking. So yes, I have no idea what has or hasn't recorded on the camera now, but this is the finished product, and we will see how it grows.
Well, I was reluctant to tell you the truth because I didn't want you to think I was playing a sympathy card. My mom's been fighting cancer.
It's the Channel 5 movie time, and again today we have two. So this one, Tormenting Abigail, a lecturer at a law school, finds her life in danger when she fails an ambitious student who refuses to see his ambitions crushed. Oh yes, an over-entitled man not being happy when a woman says no to him. Now, when does that ever happen in real life? I'm pretty sure that's not how you actually copy a key. And the one later this afternoon, daughter's deception. Forced to give up her daughter for adoption when she's underage, a woman is thrilled to welcome her back into her life as an adult. She discovers her daughter is a sociopath who has murderous tendencies and poses a danger to everyone. Good afternoon, it's Thursday. I'm sitting outside in the garden for a few minutes. I don't want to do any gardening today. I'm here mostly to let my hair dry out. I washed it earlier today, and I didn't really want to dry it with a hairdryer. I thought I was going to let it dry of its own accord. But actually being in the flat with wet hair is making me slightly cold, so I thought I would come outside. It's not as hot as it's been over the last couple of days. That'll be the family next door. It's not been as hot out here as it has been for the last couple of days, but I have seen some honeybees, so I'm happy. That's what's making me happy. That's my mindfulness, I think, at the moment, is watching the bees. I've had a look. I've seen at least 2 different breeds of honeybee. I will have to look it up later and see if I can identify which ones they are. One of them looked very austere. It's kind of a black and white. It almost looked like it was a soldier's uniform. It's not one that I've seen before, or not a patterning and whatnot that I recognise. So that'll be fun. I'm not entirely sure what the rest of the day brings. James is coming home later. Don't know if he's going to be home for supper or not. But we've got a frozen spaghetti bolognese sauce in the freezer. And when I suggested this to him, he sort of looked very confused. And then he's like, oh yes, of course, we've got a microwave. We can defrost it in the microwave if we need to. but because it's been quite a while since we last had a microwave, his brain hasn't connected to that part of the cooking process. He's noticed that you can, or has acknowledged that the microwave is there for cooking, but hadn't quite put two and two together and acknowledged that the microwave was there for defrosting. So that might happen this evening, but it does depend on what time he gets home. Oh, spring's so nearly here. Well, this is spring. I did wake up with a headache, which is a bit rubbish. I suspect it's largely to do with dehydration. So that's my aim for the day, is to drink a lot more. I mean, yesterday I think I might have got myself a bit dehydrated as well, but I had a whole load of drinks just before bed, which of course meant I woke up in the middle of the night needing to go to the loo. And when I went to the bathroom at 4 o'clock in the morning, it absolutely stank of coal tar. So the second I opened the bathroom door, the waft and the smell hit me. So yeah, that's fun. And now I'm just going to sit here and listen to the birds. So my hair is nearly dry. I can hear or feel my stomach crumbling. I think the family next door have gone inside. But there is a cat at the gate of the garden who's quite obviously noticed me, but isn't quite sure whether to come in and say hello or not, and I don't want to go out and scare him or her. So yeah, I'm essentially being kept hostage by a cat at the moment. Good evening. There's a mothy thing flying around this room somewhere, which always makes me slightly cautious, because I assume their main aim is to try and eat my yarn stash. Don't think I'm joking. Don't think I'm joking. We had a moth infestation at the beginning of last year, where we found bits of the carpet had been eaten, and a project which I'd left on my very messy desk has holes in it, which I think was moth-eaten. Literally moth-eaten. This is why all of my yarn is stored inside Ziploc bags. Any road. All that aside, creatures aside, I had my lunch. I came back in from the garden earlier. I looked at the clock and it said 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, gee, that might be why I'm feeling hungry. So I had a nice big bowl of pasta with ratatouille and grated cheese, all carby and gooey and tomatoey and lovely and proper comfort food. Carried on doing some editing, and my brain was in a fog. I knew what I needed to do, I just was not able to do it. So I thought, that's all right, I'll go and have a lie down, I'll have a bit of a nap. Do you know what, I should have set a timer? Because 2.5 hours later I woke up. So that's what I've been doing this afternoon. Now back to editing. We've got the clap for the NHS in about half an hour's time. I need to get myself something to eat. James is coming home later this evening. I'm not entirely sure what time. I think I'm expecting him to leave work in about an hour's time. Half an hour's time maybe. And he might want something light and snacky when he gets in, but I don't know. And that's Thursday. I've done my my strawberry plants. Go away. It's a horrible thing. It's this horrible, horrible thing. No, if you want to be on camera, the camera's here. If not, off you go. we've got a fly spot somewhere, which I may have to go and investigate. It looks like a tennis racket. It's brilliant. It looks like a tennis racket with a button in the handle which electrifies the strings of the racket. And basically, if you swat something whilst with the electrical current, it kills it. So yeah, I'll investigate that in a minute. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing with my Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this evening. I don't want to do any more washing up. Don't like washing up. Washing up needs doing, but I don't like it. Tomorrow, Friday, again, no plans. James is at work. Well, we'll see where it all goes. We will see where it all goes. Maybe I'll do some more in the garden. I don't know. Still no Yarny delivery for me. So my needles haven't yet arrived, but that's okay. They were only being sent out second class. I haven't received anything from Yarnistry yet, which I was hoping for today. My suspicion is that they're both going to turn up on the same day, which would be fun in one way, because yay, exciting shiny stuff, but also I would prefer for them to arrive on different days so that I can spread my joy and excitement out over the week. But we'll see. It's, yeah, I've said that before, haven't I? I keep telling you, plants are cool. That was pretty amazing. So there's somebody with a cowbell. I worked out who that was today. The young girl who lives next door to us had a couple of biscuit tins that she was banging together. There were car horns. There were a couple of gentlemen who were banging their bin lids up and down to make a noise. Maybe next time I should bring out my bicycle bell, because that's quite loud. So yeah, that lovely moment of solidarity and actually feeling like a community for once. You know, I didn't say this last week, but I am not going to take video of my street as we do the clap for the NHS. A, because I don't want to identify where I live, and B, because there are children there. And I'm not going to put videos, particularly of children, but I'm not going to be putting up videos of people without their consent generally. So yeah, the video, my image of choice for this week is the Mahonia bush that's behind me. Right, so it's just before 8 o'clock. I'm sucking on a lemon sweet, which is really nice. There we go, that's how it starts.